أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي ربي زدني علما بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to a special session that I had promised a friend to share. Unfortunately, I have lost the recording of the past session. So this session is dedicated to parents who wish to have a regular session of Quran teaching with their children. There are many parents who approach me and they ask me that I have a child, and just to make just to have it on record, if your children are 7 years or older, that is the time that you start studying the Quran in depth with them, and not as an adult, but to start learning the meaning of the Arabic text. Um, Actually, it becomes an opportunity for the parent as well to learn Quran, because so many parents tell me that I don't know the meaning of the Quran. So how do you think that I can teach my child? And I think that this is the best time for a parent to begin their own study, their own Quran journey, and to begin it for their children as early as possible. So, this is going to be a short session, and my objective is to show you a practical protocol that we can follow as parents, and teach our children the word for word meaning of the Quran. For me, that is the first step in anyone who is beginning their Quran journey. The first step is, irrespective of what you read or irrespective of the majority opinion, the first thing that anyone beginning their Quran journey needs to learn is the word for word meaning. And what I recommend using for that, and many people would agree that the best text that we have available in Urdu is the word for word translation by Hafiz Nazar Ahmad. May Allah have mercy on his soul. I am very proud to be a Pakistani because he hails from Pakistan. He was a Pakistani and he lived in Lahore. And he composed this word for word translation of the Quran that has not been improved upon since his death. So that is one text that I recommend. It is available online in PDF. It is available in paper form. So it's really up to your convenience what form of the translation you want to use. Let me just share a page with you and show it to you. Okay, I'm sorry. I think I have the wrong file open. So I'm going to stop this share and I am going to go back to the screen share here. All right. So one file that I have here for you is Hafiz Nazar Ahmad. This is what it looks like. It is printed by Muslim Academy and it is still being printed by Muslim Academy in Nagar, Lahore. It is available around bookshops in Islamabad, in Karachi, in Lahore, everywhere. And I think that it is available in Khyber Bazaar in Peshawar. But this is the PDF that we are going over, and this is the format. So there is the name of the surah, whether it is Madani or Makki. This is the order of revelation. This is the order in Quran. So Surah Al-Baqarah is the second surah in the Quran, and it is the 87th surah according to its order of revelation. So the Wahi that came, and it's a Madani surah, so it is towards, an advanced part of Nubuwa. Total number of verses, ayat, 286, and total number of ruku, 40. So all this detail is given here, and then these are huruf muqattiyat. So zalik. So when you begin teaching it to your children, you can use a laptop. You can actually use the paper form, And a very good trick to have children learn this is to give them the special masaf where this part is empty. Nothing is written here. They're just empty lines. Al Huda prints those. There are other, training Qurans that are printed, and your children can actually then write. So, Zalik is ye. Al Kitab, Kitab. La, no. Reb, shak. Fihi, isme. So if you look at the word to word translation, it goes to say, Ye kitab nahi shak isme. And then there is a prose, or what should I say, what we call the Rama Tarjuma in Urdu, or the sentenced structure. Ye kitab hai, isme koi shak nahi. So this is where you start teaching your child, and don't burden them. Teach them maybe 3, 4 verses a day. This page has 4 verses on it, and teach this to the child. Make them go through the meanings without going into the detail. Once they have internalized the meaning, once they are able to sort of cover the meanings and then tell you without looking at what they had written or what is written in the book, they can just sort of tell you rote. They can tell you from memory that this is what this means, and this is what this means, and this is what this word means. Then you can go to a little more detailed discussion of the word itself. For example, this says bil ghaib. So gha, ghain, ya, ba. This is ghaib is the root word. Now, I don't expect parents to know the root words, but there are programs, there are, websites available where you can find the root words. If you cannot find the root words, don't get depressed. Continue with your own study. And once you have even maybe finished Surah Al Baqarah, you will be able to understand where the root word is hidden. Finding the root word is an art. And what I'm telling you here is not to discourage you. If you don't know how to find the root word, that's fine. Just learn simple meanings, just learn the sentences, just discuss what the child understands from it, and it will make for a good half an hour to 40 minutes lesson per day. And you can cover 5, 6, 4, 5 verses in that time. But if you are someone who is interested to learn the root words, or if you already know the root words, here is a website that gives you all the root words and the English meanings in very clear and succinct detail. So I'm going to switch here, and I know that you can see my screen here. This is the website, studyquran.co.uk, prlonline.htm. This is the address, and I have shared it so many times. So I told you that the root of al-ghaib, the word, was ghain ya ba. Let's go. See, this is, I cannot increase the font. I hope you can see it. This is ghain. So let's go to this. This has all the roots that begin with ghain that come in the Quran. So as you can see, ghain, gha, da, ra, gha, da, wa, gha, da, ba, gha, da, da. So let's just keep going till we find ghaib, right? Lam, lam. We have to find ya or ye. Gharaba, gharapa, gharama, gharaka, gharra, gharawa, ghasin, and then wow, wow, ghain ya ba, ghaib. This is absent, remote, hidden, concealed, absent from the range or beyond the reach of perception by sense of or mental perception, unseen, invisible, slander, backbite. All of these come under the meaning of the root, not the word specifically, it's the root. Then, what is most useful in this website is that it gives you different forms, different verses where this root is used. And you can go, for example, this says 7 7. Let's just go and see what Surah 7, verse 7 says. Quran 7 7. So this is Surah Araf, verse number 7. And let's just see what the verse is. فَلَنَقُصَّنَّ عَلَيْهِمْ بِعِلْمٍ وَمَا كُنَّا غَائِبِينَ. So غائبين, this is a verb form. This is a fa'il. Ghaib means somebody who's ghaib, who's not there. So this root is used here, like I told you. Then we will give them a full account with sure knowledge, for we were never absent. Allah is saying that I was never absent. I know everything. So once you have found the root, this is for your own study. This is not for your children because this is going to overwhelm them. But I always teach it for the sake of completion. So this is going to give you a deeper understanding of the root. And then this, see, Lane's lexicon. This is the ultimate Arabic or the Quranic dictionary that we have. I'm not going to go into that because that is surely going to overwhelm you, not as a parent, as a student of the Quran. So for now, I'm just going to stop here. So in a nutshell, you know, download or buy a copy of Hafiz Nazar Ahmad, then discuss it with your child like I opened it for you. Zalik al-kitabu la raiba fihi. Each word has a meaning. The child will learn this meaning, and then the sentence structure, which Maulana Maududi used, Mufti Muhammad Shafi used. This is Rawan. This is a continuous sentence. So although it does not, it does not directly come under the meanings, but this meaning is also correct. My recommendation is to have your child learn the word for word and then the sentence structure and then test them on it in a fun way, in a simple way. And having a Quran session of 30 to 40 minutes every day is more than enough. Is more than enough. And have a whiteboard in your house, in the room where, or around the study table or around the dining table, where all of you can gather and sit down and you can explain the roots or you can explain the words on the whiteboard, and you can write a verse on the whiteboard every day, that when children come into that room or when they come into the dining room, they look at that whiteboard and they see that verse, and they sort of keep getting reminded of that Quranic verse. It can be anything. It can be Zalik al-kitabu la rayba fihi. I mean, you can begin by doing that. So, post a verse every day or post a hadith or something that gives a structure to the study habit of the child. And the child needs to internalize these 30, 40 minutes, make them the best 30, 40 minutes in the day, because they are studying the best thing in that time. So as far as entertaining them, as far as buying them good stationery, as far as sitting with them and having a good time, as far as giving them snacks at the end of the lesson and listening to them, not only teaching them, just listening to them quietly. Like when somebody, a child may ask, what does muttaqi mean? What is muttaqin? Parhezgaron ke liye. This is a big word. So, dedicate that day to the discussion of this. What is parhez? Why is parhez important? What is prevention? And I promise you that for your child, this will lay a foundation, but for your own self, this will open doors of understanding not only the Quran, but everything that the Quran deals with. It is one of the most beautiful exercises that a parent can undertake for their child. So this is what I needed to share, and this is only about Hafiz Nazar Ahmad and about the project root list. And also, one more thing that I needed to share with you. Some parents actually take the time to make PowerPoint presentations for their children. or they can have the child make presentation about the surah. I have an example here and I'm going to share it with you. This is for Surah Fatiha. It's a beautiful PowerPoint, and a lot of hard work went into it. And similar presentations can be used and shared with the child, shared with a group of children, and they add tremendously to the understanding of Quran. So this is Surah Al-Fatiha, and then it's copy paste. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Again, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, and then the root Rahim or Rahim is explained here. So whoever was explaining it explained this root. Then Rahama, and then they, Rahima, Tarhamu, they Arham, they explain different words that come from the root Rahama. Uh, Ruhmun, Rahman, Rahim. I think all the roots are very well explained here. And then a related, like I said, because when you look at the roots, it gives you different ayahs from the Quran where the same root is used. So an example is quoted here, Kataba ala nafsihi rahma. And then this was explained how this rahma is like Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim or Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Then is Maliki Yawmiddin, and again the word was broken. The verse was Yom Din Malik. This was broken down and explained verbally to the children. And then a visual is used here because obviously it's a presentation for children. So a visual is used here to give them an idea about Maliki Yawmiddin, and a visual is used for Jannah. Like the Quran says that it's full of shade and it's cool and it's beautiful, it's full of flowers, it's a place of beauty. So an image is used to explain that. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين, and then عبد and إياك and ana. Nasta'in root is explained here, and again a beautiful visual for children and to keep them engaged. And then isti'anat or nasta'in, that, like I said, because they were using what was given in the root words sets, that they used a verse that used wasta'inu, seek help. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم, and again a visual is given of sirat al-mustaqim, qama, sirat, huda, guide us to the straight path. Again a Quranic verse is used here. Sirat al-lazina an'amta alayhim. So a pathway to heaven is used here. غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين, and that is a very, very, I think, moving depiction of maghdub and dhalin, those who are cursed and who are punished and those who are lost. So that's basically, I was very impressed by the parents' attempt to explain Surah Al-Fatiha in this way, and that is another idea. If you have time, and actually like this presentation, I have this presentation, so they can become a great sadaqah jariyah on your part, because other parents can use them as well. I wish I had the time to do this for entire Quran, and maybe someday I will. So that is another way of sharing it with children. But to begin with, my advice is to familiarize your child with the word-to-word meaning, and especially the word-to-word and Rama meaning given in Hafiz Nazar Ahmad's Quran, in his lafzi tarjuma of the Quran. So that is all I have to say. And if you have any questions, I'm right here. I'm posting this on my YouTube channel, and I am also sharing it on all my Quran groups, because I think it's just not for personal development. Quran is something that needs to be spread, and Quran itself says that you begin with your family, and we all know that charity begins at home. So all my love and dua for everyone. May Allah make us among the Ahlul Quran. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.